I'm Yoav Zingher. I'm the CEO of KiWi Power. We develop and commercialize a technology called demand response. Rather than National Grid paying power stations to produce, we pay consumers to turn down. It's completely free and it helps them be green at the same time. National Grid's job is to take power from power stations and bring them to homes and factories. And they do it by keeping the grid in balance. About 100 hours statistically in every given year, we have a peak in demand. That's when it's a very cold day, everyone's watching the World Cup, everyone makes a cup of tea. National Grid keeps around peaking power stations to fulfill that demand. They tend to be the older and more polluting power stations, and they tend to be very expensive to run. You can imagine huge fleets of power stations that sit there doing nothing most of the time. When we do switch them on, they produce more carbon than every other power station in the country. But if we didn't have them, we'd have blackouts. So what we do is provide National Grid with an alternative. We have contracts with hotels, factories, shopping centers, airports, mines. We have technology that reduces their demand at peak times. Normally, there's anywhere between 5 and 10% that can be reduced temporarily without anyone feeling it. So if you can imagine a large shopping center that keeps its temperature at 21 degrees, if we change that set point to 22 degrees, for half an hour, nobody notices. But the change in demand is quite dramatic, and if you do it across enough places, you don't need to use a peaking power station. Since we moved into our office, we've had one blackout and we've had 2 losses of internet, and our system kept working fine because of the redundancy we built into it. So our system has really been tested under fire and we haven't lost a minute of data. When I found out that we won the award, I was delighted, surprised, but delighted. The application process was pretty simple. Simple form to fill out, simple questions. It was actually pretty easy to do. The money from the award we're going to use specifically to target local communities for demand response, to develop the technology to allow us to do it, and then the marketing to be able to spread the message to them as well. I definitely recommend Shell Springboard to other businesses.